Hello, hello, hello. I'm Andrea Stevens,
And I'm Jeanette Mejias, and we are Web's Women.
where exposure brings strength. Hi, friend.
What's
Long
up?
lost friend.
What's up, girl?
What's going on? What's going on?
Well, I like to welcome you. I know you had a very short visit in Jersey, so
I did.
yeah, how was that?
It was good. 48 hours of, empowerment, love, stress free, peace.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was nice. It was good to see everybody. It was good to see Blake with his friends. He was so
Mm.
happy. He was so happy.
Mm.
Yeah. Yeah. And it was nice to see all the girls from my networking,
Yeah.
group and like all those, and be at the farm and see all the animals.
Yeah, I know animals is your thing.
I know. I know. And I don't know. I wish, I wish I could have a farm, but it's just a
Oh,
lot.
why couldn't you?
You know what? I walk around and I look at Roseanne and I think, how the hell do you do it? I mean, I even asked her,
Well,
how the
she
hell do you
lives
do
there,
it?
right?
But
She
like,
lives on the
oh
farm.
yeah, yeah. Oh yeah. She just moved. So now she's over in Tewksbury, Califon area, right? So she moved from Long Valley. So in Long Valley, her place was small. Like it's huge. When you go there,
What's the
Celestial
name of it?
Acres.
What's the name of it?
Celestial Acres.
Celestial Acres.
Celestial Acres. Yeah. So like all of the animals are named after like stars and you know,
Oh, very
that's
cool.
yeah, like a moon
Okay.
day. What did Carly is one of the it was my favorite alpacas. I mean Carly is just my favorite. But
Well,
but Carly had a baby. Um and it's and it's and its name is Midnight Moon Dancer.
oh wow.
Yeah.
A long name.
So Carly, so I just you know what I actually posted this on Facebook today so I can talk about it. Um Carly, so when during COVID time, right, everybody was like, you can't go near anybody, don't touch anybody, don't, you can, keep your mask
Mhm.
on, wear a scarf and a turban around your head and choke yourself out so you don't breathe on anybody. So anyway, nobody wanted to like everybody was kind of like, well, what do we do for like what if we wanted like family pictures and stuff like that? What do we do with all that? So usually what I would do with Roseanne is I'd have her come to my house and take our family pictures. But I thought, I want Blake's picture this year. I don't know. We just didn't do family pictures in 2020. I
Mhm.
mean, now I'm divorced, but we didn't do pictures in 2020. But it was all about Blake. Like, how am I going to, I want him to have pictures. Well, then a couple of my friends, we decided, you know what? Why don't we do it at the farm? Like, let Roseanne do the pictures of the kids. Like, oh, school, it was school pictures. That's what it was. They
Oh,
didn't do
I
school
remember
pictures.
that.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
remember they didn't. Yeah, those school pictures. We were going to do family pictures a month later and we just never did. But the school pictures, we were like, what are we going to do? Because they don't even have school pictures this year. And they were like, well, you can send in a picture. And we were like, what? And so we're like, what are we supposed to do with this? So that's when we were like, you know what? Let's go to the farm. Let's have Roseanne take all of our kids' pictures individually. And while we're there, they can all get pictures together too. Like on the tractor, where they can all hop on the tractor together. So that's what we ended up doing. And during that time is when Carly, my favorite alpaca, um,
Mm.
she was like all over me. Like she was in poking at my phone with her nose. She was like poking at me. I was feeding her stuff too. So she was like my best friend. I mean, we were best friends. So Carly, I just love Carly. So we took a selfie, which is going to be on the back of my book. So, I mean, normal people have a professional headshot done and they have their arms crossed and
But
they're
you're not
all like,
normal,
but
so
I am not normal. So I am going to have
yeah.
an alpaca, me and Carly, the alpaca is on the back of my book. And
I
my
think that's
face is like
very
with,
cool.
I'm kissing the camera and I'm going to her like, so she does it, which she did not, but you could see. Anyway, there's so many
Yeah.
pictures. I got a lot of pictures with her this time. And then I didn't realize that her baby was bigger than what I thought. But the baby, I didn't have any food with me either. And that baby was trying to smell my face, smell my hands, smell my camera. It was like up. And so I went to go kiss him. So darn cute. So darn cute.
What did she have, a boy or a girl?
It's, oh my God, I don't even know if she's a boy or a girl.
Well, you're naming the
Midnight Moon Dancer. Midnight Moon Dancer is her name. I say her name, but
okay.
apparently she hops and prances around at night, which is Midnight Moon Dancer. That's why her
That's
name.
very, very cool.
Yeah.
Well, I have to tell you, I am really sorry I didn't get a chance to see you. Um, I feel really bad about that. I really
Yeah,
was.
you should. No.
I went down the shore for a very short time, and
I would have loved to come with you to do that too. I wish I could have like beamed myself all over Jersey.
I
If I could
know.
have beamed
But you
myself
were here in such a
everywhere.
short time,
I
too.
know, I
You just
know.
needed like 2 more days.
I know, I know. But you know what, too? When I'm there,
But
it's
it's not.
everything's kind of spread out, right? So it's like
I know.
an hour and a half here, an hour here.
Yeah.
It's like it's so spread
Yeah, but you
out.
get the right thing, I find, meeting at
One place, yeah.
Roseanne's farm, because it's a nice,
Yeah.
everyone gathered there. So, I mean, I think that was really
Yeah.
smart thing to do, instead of
And that was
trying to
Roseanne's
visit
doing.
everybody
Yeah.
in one shot. It's not possible, especially when
No.
it's that, short amount of time.
Yeah.
But that just means you just have to come back here. That's all.
Oh, I have to come again.
Yes.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
Um, yeah.
But so much fun. And I talk about my bears all the time. My bear,
So,
because they're all mine, right? They're all mine. So I always say, where are my bears at? I hope I see my bear. I miss my bears because they were all in my yard all the time. And
so
sure
I
as
have
shit.
to ask you,
Yeah.
did you get the itch to drive by your old house?
No.
You didn't. Okay.
No, because no, I was told the neighbor said that they didn't take care of the house. It was kind of run down. Plus, it's a quarter
Oh,
mile off the road. So I would have had to actually drive down the driveway to see the house because it's so far set from the road, you can't even see it.
yeah.
So I'd have to drive back there, and I wasn't about to drive back there. And then if I saw it that it wasn't taken care of and they were actually outside, if I drove back there, it was not going to be
I
probably a
know
good
that's what's
thing.
hard,
No.
even though, it's
And
not
I didn't
your
want to be upset.
property.
Right.
Yeah, yeah, no, I know. I
And
know.
I was afraid I'd be upset. So
Yeah,
that wasn't a thing for me. No,
yeah. Okay. I was just curious how to ask.
no. But I did take some back roads because I was trying to go from, Lawrence to the farm, and I was going the wrong way at first, and I was taking these back roads, and I was like, oh, you know whose house I did pass though? Anthony and Ruby's. I did pass their house.
Oh my God.
I
Wow.
know. I was like, oh man,
Those were the days.
those were the days.
G-Unit.
Mm-hmm. These are the days I will remember. I
So,
had to sing something this episode.
yeah, I know. Um, well, I think it's always great to visit, you know. Well, you have to say Jersey is your home too, even though you
Yeah.
haven't lived here all that long. It is another place that you call home. So,
But listen, I'll tell you, behind Arizona, New Jersey's the longest place I've ever lived. So it is a second and third home for me. I mean, here's home, obviously, but Arizona was always my second home. Jersey's my third home. And I don't really want to count anything else, anywhere else I lived. Although I did like California, but the earthquake
yeah,
was enough for me to
I
say,
was gonna say earthquakes, nah.
I'd visit, but I'm not looking to like
Yeah.
live there. Yeah. I love the weather though. They did have the best weather,
Mm.
but hey, you know what? Arizona's number 2, New Jersey's number 3 as
Mm.
far as homes.
Yeah.
Not as far as,
Buffalo, New York, Arizona, and Jersey.
yeah, those are my people and my places.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. And my animals,
And your animals.
they're much nicer than most people, you know?
These are facts.
Yeah. I think Root made a comment or something like, ooh, gross. You kissed it. Ooh, gross. And I'm thinking to myself, first of all, that little baby alpaca is probably,
The cleanest.
I'd have to say, cleaner
Right.
than 90% of the humans
Yeah,
that
I
I'm surrounded
know.
by. And I'd have to say 90% cleaner, you
Yeah.
know? I know that sounds
Well, at
terrible,
least you
doesn't
had
it?
good weather. I saw that you had opportunity to chill by the pool, relax.
That's all I did
Yeah,
for a day
that's
and a half is put my feet up and sit in the sun and relax. You know
that's
what I mean? It was just nice. And Lauren's one of her dogs, so darn cute. Oh, he's so cute. And slept with
that's
me.
just heaven.
Yeah. All the animals gravitate.
Yeah, you're Snow White, I'm telling you.
Snow White.
Yes. Yes, you are. Well, I'm glad you made your way through. I'm happy that you
Mhm.
could connect with some of your people.
Yeah.
And you know, there's nothing like, going back home. I always say,
Yeah.
there's nostalgia behind that, like visiting
Yeah.
your old neighborhood or your
Yeah.
hey, listen, we had our boy Pete. He was up here in Jersey too for his birthday
Ah.
because he was celebrating his big 5-0 down the
Yeah.
Jersey Shore, seaside
Yeah.
states. I would, of course, I didn't get an opportunity to see him either. It's just been nuts, but it was just nice to see him catching up with everybody.
Yeah. Yeah.
Things. I mean, he's a Jersey boy, so it's nice to
Yeah.
see folks really enjoy being back home, temporarily. Because,
Yeah.
his new home is New Orleans. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. That's how I felt when I came home when I lived everywhere else. You know what I mean? It was great
Mhm.
to come home, see my friends, see my family, and then, and then go back.
Yeah, now
But
back to reality, right?
now back to reality. Oh, there goes gravity. Yep. Yep. So that's it.
Yeah.
Oh, my child comes in the background,
And listen,
keeping it real, keeping it
it
real
is what it is,
with a burp. I mean, with a burp, it's like,
Oh God.
oh, Lordy, Lordy.
Listen, that's what happens, unpredict unpredictable things. Well, I had a very popping weekend.
Yes. Tell me about the shore.
So so this weekend was filled with celebrations. My sister-in-law embraced turning actually she turned 50
Mm.
yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, was it yesterday? I don't even know what today's date is. No, it wasn't yesterday, it was Monday. I'm telling you, I don't know what days of the weeks.
Wait, today is Yesterday was Monday. Wait, what's today? Yesterday was Monday. Or was it Monday last Monday?
Wait, what? No, Sunday. Patient, thank you. So her birthday was Sunday. Sorry. And we celebrated Saturday at a really nice place. And then Sunday, uh, we, we were down in Long Branch. We had to stay relatively close. Um, just quick, nothing crazy. Um, Me and my husband, was just us. We went there for a little while, and then we got caught in traffic, which wasn't as bad as I thought.
Mm,
I actually saw some promise in coming to see you until I got the dreaded call from the nursing. Oh,
mm.
you know, I need to speak to my mother. She's not listening. She's not taking redirection. I'm like,
I shouldn't. I can't.
what?
I don't want to laugh. But
I'm
when we talk about
like,
this, I feel like she's your child, right? The roles
yes, she's
reversed.
become my child.
Yeah.
And I'm like, she doesn't even know who I am. She doesn't retain information. But where they were coming from a place of, if she hears your voice, this might,
Calm her down
she
or
might
something.
calm down. Like we're
Right,
trying
right.
to see what we can do because she's very agitated and aggressive were their words. So I was like, that's just lovely. So I was on the phone with my mama on Sunday for 36 minutes. And let me tell you, I don't even know what she was talking about. She was all over the place from, you know, she went and got corn.
She got corn?
She went and got corn. She came from Puerto Rico. She was just saying it just nothing made sense. So I just kind of
Maybe she just wanted to talk.
I just yesed her and asked her questions, but she wasn't able, obviously, to respond to them.
Yeah.
Um, but you know, then like that was it. Like she put the phone down, but she didn't hang up. So I hear like background conversation from the nurse.
Mm-hmm.
Anyhow, finally, so I hang up and then I wait about 10 minutes, but I couldn't get through. So then I called again and I said, what's the status? I mean, you're calling me, after 7 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
You're telling me that she's, not being cooperative, aggressive.
Right.
What is it you want me to do? Is she calm now? So the guy or the nurse, whatever, he was like, hang on, and then, he got back on the phone. Well, he asked like, who was my mother, this, that, and the other thing. And then he goes, oh yeah, she's not listening. And he's going, like in my mind, I'm like, she's a dementia Alzheimer's person.
Yeah,
Do
right.
you honestly think she's going to hear you or listen to you?
Mm-hmm.
I have to tell you you know, I feel very sad about people that have this condition, this illness, because
Mm-hmm.
there is, I mean, unless you're paying privately out of pocket, and that's
Yeah.
10 G's a month, there's no place that is qualified to care for these people that suffer from this illness. It's just very sad.
Yeah. Yeah.
So anyhow, they said, well, she's in her bed now, but just we'll call you if something changes. So I have to tell you, I wasn't able to sleep because I'm thinking like she didn't, like she's she's not sleeping. And agitation really comes from a place of, like they can communicate their needs, right? And so I didn't sleep all that well, but I picked her up Monday and she was so spicy, very agitated, didn't
Mm-hmm.
recognize me nor the home health aide. And it took us about an hour to get her to be compliant with
Mm-hmm.
showering and things like that.
Yeah. And
But
adjusting back. Yeah.
yeah, but changing the environment's probably not like the best thing. But you know, we got through it and it was the first time that I've gotten a call about complaints about her.
That they couldn't handle it. Yeah.
So
They
now,
probably, I would guess, they tried
yeah, but they're
everything.
very
And
nice
then,
people. It's a different
yeah.
facility. I mean, very polite, very professional. I mean, but it's kind of like, you know, I'm like, okay,
The
like,
best thing I feel, and maybe I mean, my grandmother, is starting to, she asks the
yeah,
same questions over and over and over, and she'll say the same thing. And I just keep answering with the same answers. But I found that when you talk about the past, right, and you start asking questions about the past, then they're on it. They're
oh
like on
yeah,
it.
anything from
Like,
her childhood or
yeah. So, like,
something like,
maybe next time,
yeah,
if this happens again, you know what I mean? Maybe you can tell them, listen, ask her about when your daughter was little,
mm,
right? Then maybe she'll start talking about her past,
yeah,
like she'll calm down,
yeah.
maybe that will calm her
And
down
the
because
only
it's,
thing that calms her down is when I mentioned my youngest son.
Mm,
So, I just kept saying, you got to try to listen, try to calm down, try to go lay down. If you want to, want to see Jacob, right? Then, you have to go lay down. You gotta. And then she was, she's like, "Oh yeah, Jacob," like but she was calm on the phone. But I don't know if it's because she heard my voice. And honestly, she didn't know it was me. She thought it was one of her sisters. She kept
mm,
calling me one of her sisters.
mm,
So, I mean, at
yeah.
least it was in the evening and, but I was on standby. I kept looking at the phone. I'm like, oh my God, when are they going to call? So they actually call me right before I got
Mm-hmm.
on here on the mic. And I'm like, what the hell are they calling me now for? But
Yeah.
they were calling to tell me, we have her blanket. We washed it. It's folded. It's her favorite blanket. It's here. So whenever you want to come pick it up. So I thought that was very nice of them.
Yeah. Yeah.
We'll see. I think I'm going to have to put a little bit of a pause in putting her, on the weekend for respite.
Mm-hmm.
So we can kind of stabilize her,
Yeah.
adjust
Yeah.
her meds or something. Who knows? But anyhow,
Yeah.
either way, I had a good weekend. I think it would
Good,
have been
good.
much better if I would have closed it out seeing you. But other than that, it was great, filled with festivities. And
Yeah, you still were all over the place. That's why I said when I saw where is she? What is she doing? There's no way she's making it over here.
yeah.
But I don't know because you're like magic. One minute you're here, next minute you're there. That's what I say. Jeanette's like magic. Like 1 minute you're like, I got to do this, this, and this, and the next thing I see you out to dinner with like Ruby and Anthony. I was like, how did she make that happen?
I know. I
You
know.
know, you're like magic.
Crazy.
So
Yeah.
I never knew if you were gonna like magically appear.
Yeah. I mean, you never know. You
You
just
can
never
magically
know.
appear in Niagara Falls, though. Feel free to
Gotta.
magically appear over here.
Oh, yeah. Right. I'll have to definitely do that.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
Hmm.
But yeah, all in all, I think, taking time to the takeaway for this is, not just Andrea had a great weekend with animals, but the takeaway, or you had a good weekend at the
Yeah.
shore.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think the takeaway really is for me, I have to make a better effort to see people, where I lived all those years. I've lived in so many places and I have friends in all of the places that I've lived, So for me, I have to make an effort to take time to see the people, right, that want to see me. I mean, all those girls came. Roseanne invited them to come to see, and they all came, you know what I mean, to see me. And like that says a lot. It does.
Yes.
It
Yeah.
says a lot that you didn't come either. No, I'm kidding. I love you. I do. I fucking love you. So I'm kidding. I'm kidding. My listeners know I'm kidding. But I really I feel like I need to make a conscious effort to see people,
Yeah, I agree.
to
I
see
think,
people, to spend time even by myself, to spend time myself away there. I still had my own space, even though I had all those kids with me. I still had my own space. And
I think you have to make sure that you keep yourself around people that give you life.
yes.
That's so
Yes.
important. If you're
I
not around
said
people that give you
yes.
life,
Yeah.
you know,
Hmm.
it's those life givers that's always going to, motivate you, inspire you, propel you to the next thing. And that's why I'm very selective of who I surround myself with. If your
Yeah.
energies
Yeah.
don't match mine, we
Yeah.
nah, can't have that.
Yeah.
But before we close out, the $1,000,000 question:
Oh boy, what is it?
how was your bee experience?
I didn't lay in there because everybody was there and I wanted to spend time with everybody. But the few of us that were there at the time, we all went to the bee shed. I
Yeah,
got to see the bees that were coming in and out of, in and out of the space.
yeah,
I got to go in and see where you lay down and where the bees. There is going to be, when it's all said and done, 300,000 bees underneath the platform, the wooden platform that you lay on. So I could hear a little buzzing in there, but not enough because all the bees weren't there yet. Right.
And
So,
okay,
yeah.
so when you lay in this
When
whatever,
you lay inside, there's no
no,
bees in there. They're not like landing on you. They're not
I
like,
know.
yeah, they're
But what I'm
underneath.
saying is, is it hearing them supposed to bring you some kind of peace?
When you lay on the blanket on on the like loft bed type thing, right? When you lay on there, you'll feel vibration as well. So you're going to hear it and the vibration together is what is going to is the calming effect is, you know, yeah, that's how there'll be vibration and the sound in
Okay.
quiet. Yeah.
Well,
Pretty neat. Pretty neat. And
that's
Roseanne
you have to put that on your
she's made in there she has hanging scarves from the alpaca fur, wool, whatever. Oh my God. Anyway, the scarves they are so soft. They are wonderful. I mean, I love it there.
Oh,
I mean, it's like an oasis with
very
animals.
nice. Well,
She should have retreats there. That's what she
yeah,
should do.
yeah, sounds like it.
I'm gonna have to talk to her.
Yeah, seriously. There you have it. If any of you want to go to a magical farm,
Mhm.
gotta go to Celestial Acres.
Yes. Absolutely. We'll have to
So
have Roseanne on to explain the bee shed. We'll have to have her come on to explain some of
yeah,
these things,
yeah, we
tell her
definitely
stories of the animals, because there's so many stories behind some of them, that they've shut down certain farms near the city and, they found her to come and, rescue the animals. And she's taken in pigs and ducks and peacocks. And she's got, yeah. I
got a
mean,
story.
yeah, we got to bring her on so we can talk about this.
All right. Well,
Because I can't retain all this
that's a plan.
information, you
That's a plan.
know?
That's definitely a
Yeah,
plan.
we will do that for sure.
Well, Andrea, it's so good to see you.
You
Glad that you
too.
made your way through to Jersey over
Yeah.
the weekend and that you got to do um, some relaxing, some reflection,
Mm-hmm.
offering yourself that time for yourself. And and I hope that the rest of the week is just as fabulous as your weekend was.
Well, you too. Back at ya.
Thank you. Remember, everybody, you're listening to Webs Women.
Where exposure brings strength.